The Red Pill screening in Calgary finally went off without a hitch at the Plaza Theatre, but that doesn't mean that there wasn't a ton of drama and controversy, with 2 cancellations and reconsiderations surrounding the event, just because the loud minority of feminists and social justice warriors were against screening the film. Actually, in a really weird twist of events, the manager of the theatre, Logan Cameron, collaborated on a silent protest with a local pub and the YWCA. He confirmed that after viewing the film that he had a change of heart, believed it to be harmful, but couldn't back out of the screening without serious financial repercussions. When asked what he found harmful about the film in a message with me, he stated that he didn't know and had his own opinions. A Facebook post on the Plaza's page suggested to nip violence and ignorance in the bud, which perhaps could have been done if only those opposed to it had watched the film before having a public freakout. That protest, 10 people at the max showed up to hide behind signs, and of course they wouldn't talk to me. Have you guys seen the film even? What's wrong with it? Silence, eh? It was a silent protest after all. How convenient for them not to have to share their ideas and reasoning behind why they were standing there in the first place, right? And could you imagine the outrage if a business helped MRAs organize a protest at a screening of a women's rights movie? One men's rights activist did show up to collect donations for the Drop-In Center, which is a homeless shelter based right here in Calgary. He had no problem coming on camera to talk to me about the issues.
I'm here to kind of try and defend us against the accusation that we're all horrible people. We've heard in the media recently that MRAs are rapists, MRAs are violent towards women, that we're against women's equality, right? But that's just not common. Every MRA thinks that violence against women is bad. Here's the problem, is that the feminists are trying to fight an information war in an information age. And that doesn't work. You can't play the censor. You can go to YouTube. You can go to Netflix if you're in the US. You can go to just Google The Red Pill. And in $4, you can go see that this film is not hateful, right? Even if you want to say that, like, MRAs are hateful, even if you want to say that, even if you want to believe that, this film is not hateful, right? You could just go and you could just watch the film and it's not hateful. You can just see for yourself.
And then of course there were the attendees that talked to me about their reactions to the film.
I thought it was really fair to both sides. I think it was really informative for people who wouldn't know otherwise.
It's kind of something that I try to follow, so if I'm going to have an opinion on something, I like to look into it. It's kind of just being objective, and all of the people that I had seen on Facebook commenting, and I can only assume, it's assumption that the people who are here, they didn't look into it, they haven't seen the film, that's why they're standing out here not getting in line, and I'm not going to hold a strong opinion or emotional opinion on something that I haven't looked into, and I think that's the problem.
Because everything I've heard about the film suggests that it's not very confrontational or not too controversial, in other words. I mean, it's the men's rights movement, right? It's not like warlords in Central Asia or something. It's the men's rights movement.
The film laid out everything very eloquently, and I honestly don't understand what they were reacting over. I feel as though when people want to talk about these issues, they try to suppress them because we're not talking about women, but why is it an issue to just mention men?
Of course, it wasn't as controversial as the loudmouthed feminists and social justice warriors made it out to be, and they made a huge deal out of absolutely nothing. Pretty typical stuff. Karen Strawn with the Honey Badgers was there and did a great question and answer right at the end of the film to an almost full theatre. The Canadian Association for Equality was also accepting donations, and Fathers' Rights Alberta, who hosted the event, tells me that it was a success thanks to a huge group effort. Overall, everyone I talked to took something from the film, whether it was new insight or just simply newfound support, as this lady Sue puts it.
I'm a mother of 2 boys, stepmom for a boy, and I have a brother and a father, and I'm concerned about the men in my life, and I just thought the film laid out just the facts. It wasn't skewed or hurtful or mean-spirited or anything like that. Not really on either side, and it was just a really good look from both perspectives. I don't know if I learned anything. There was a point when I wanted to almost break down and cry, that it felt like what I've been going through and what I've been seeing and what I've been learning, that I'm not alone in that it was like a big flood of relief and emotion to see that people really are of the same mind, of the same concerns, and it was just like finally being heard almost. Watching it was like being heard, and that was sort of an emotional thing for me. So.
Fathers' Rights Alberta are planning another screening of The Red Pill in Red Deer, but details haven't been confirmed. You can follow updates on that event on their Facebook page at Fathers' Rights Alberta. The film is also available online for viewing and purchase. I have lots of people asking me where they can find it. Just visit theredpill.com for details on how you can watch it. For the Rebel.media, I'm Holly Nicholas. Thanks so much for watching. Have you seen our new Rebel Canada YouTube page yet? Make sure to sign up today for the other side of the story that you're not going to find anywhere else when it comes to Canadian news.